What's going on, guys? Narnia here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a thumbnail like that, like how I make most of mine. And this won't be a regular thing on my channel, it's just a little video to teach y'all how I make my thumbnails, because I saw a couple of people asking on Twitter how I made them, and I just thought it'd be really cool. What you're gonna need is of course, Photoshop and Magic Bullet Looks and Cinema 4D. But Cinema 4D is just fairly simple. We only use it to make the text right here. That's all we use it for, really. But you see all the effects that's on the pictures and stuff, like right here, right here, right here, right there, and right there, and right there. We use Magic Bullet Looks. So really all we use Photoshop for is putting it together and making it look all. First, we're going to get a random screenshot. Why don't we just rip one right from Google, because that'll be very simple and y'all will be able to do it. Let's see this. That one looks fine. So we save the image and we save it to our desktop or wherever you want to save it to. And we just have that, alright? This is basically just going to be the background. Now, there's two ways you can do it. One way, you could actually have like a person, or you're going to pop out the gun like I'm going to show y'all today. But first, before we start doing the gun, let's do the text. So you're going to want to get Robbie's Lightroom. That's what if you don't have it, all you have to do really is just look up Robbie's Lightroom free download on YouTube, and you should have it and get it. It's very simple. So once you're in Cinema 4D right here, you just want to go to MoGraph, get MoText, and drag it up like this. Tell us, where is it at? Behind here. Where's my text? Oh, that's because that's not MoText. MoText, there we go. You're just going to want to drag it up. Yeah, so basically what you want to do is you want to get MoText and you want to drag it up right here. Scale it down a little bit. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to edit your text. Let's just do tutorial. And I want the font. The font that I mostly use is Gotham Black. It's fairly simple. It looks really good. Then what you're going to do is you want to go down here. Go to horizontal spacing. Just turn that down a little bit, so they're closer together, not too close, because they'll end up going into them. It varies for what letters they are, because they vary in size. So what you want to do after you get this, you're going to want to go down to create, new material. See what I do, I just make it white and then add some displacement. Not displacement, diffusion. It just makes it look better. And alpha. There we go. So I'm going to drag this on there and bam. Then we're going to click on the lights, then control, and then click again on the camera. Go to the rotate button. Click this blue arrow if it's out of sight for you. And just tilt it. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're all twisted around here. Oh, this went bad. This went bad fast. Alright, well, you go back to that. And we get rid of that. And we go. We just click on the lights. And we just... I'm sorry, you just click on the lights. You don't click on the camera, because that just fucks you up. And this is pretty blinding, so we're going to tilt it, because it just looks really bad. And let's do that. That should look better. Yeah. It's light, but it's also got some shadow on it. That's what you want. Alright. Then you want to go into your render settings right here. Get ambient occlusion, global illumination, and object glow. Actually, no. Take object glow off. check multipass and do that. Then after you change the settings, like pre-render it, make sure it like looks good, but you don't want to overturn them to where they're just like gross looking. See, that looks fine. Also, if you want to like add some like, I guess, depth, you can just tilt them. You can make the mode text editable, and you can edit like the letters. Alright, see? Alright, now we have the text. Then we want to make sure it's going to the right place, because when you have this Robbie's Lightroom, then it goes to his desktop, which you don't want. You want to make sure it's switched to PNG and alpha channel is checked. Then you want to render it right here. I'll come back once this is done because I put a lot of effects on it. Alright, I'm back. It's done with the render. That actually didn't take that long. It took like 24 seconds, but I didn't want to make y'all wait that long. So we're pretty much done in Cinema 4D. You can close it if you want, but I'm going to leave it open just in case. Oh, hi OBS. So we're going to go back into Photoshop. Alright, so what we're going to do now, let's maximize that, is we're going to open up the screenshot that you can either get from your game or you can look it up. Unless I just looked it up, because who uses that gun? And you want to zoom in. And basically what you want to do is you want to pen tool it out. Like, it's pretty simple. Just like this. You just go along the, and if you mess up, all you gotta do is Control Alt Z, and you just go. Oh, see, I messed up again. Just go along this. So I'm gonna come back once I got all of it like cut out and stuff. So I'll see you guys in a minute. I'm back and I've already got it and cut it all out and made the selection. So what you want to do after this is you want to layer via copy, and we're going to leave this. See how it's cut out? Pretty sloppy because I was in a rush, but you see it's cut out. So after you do that, you want to go to this layer, double click it, so this effects and layer style menu comes up. When you go to inner glow, you want to make this to vivid light. I'm going to change this from this color to white. You want to leave the opacity at, hang on. You want to leave the opacity at 75, and you want to pull the size up and the choke up till it's about like right there. You want to press OK. And let me edit this real fast. Oh. Fit on screen. There we go. After you do that, you go to this button right here. You want to go black and white, and it'll make it the background. The background. It'll make the background black and white, and that's what you want because it just makes it this pop more and this not. So after you've done that, you want to go and you want to find like a random texture. It's like really cool looking. I have one right here on my desktop that I use for every video. So I'm just going to drag that on. We're going to ruin the aspect ratio because who needs it? And then we want to change this to overlay. and put this under this so it's black and white. Lower the opacity just a smidge, and then it makes that cool textured background, but you can still see what's going on. Alright, so now we're going to drag the text in. So you want to go here where you saved your text and just drag it over. See right here. Scale it up. This is where we're going to do most of our layer style, and then we can just copy it to all the other ones. That's what I do. And so you check inner glow, vivid light again, because that just looks the best in my opinion. Make it white, 75 still. Change the size up, choke up, and then just make it look good the way you want it. Then you go to drop shadow, you put this, leave that the same. You change the direction you want it to be at. Say you want it up a little or down. So as I was saying, you want to have the drop shadow down. You want to make the size bigger. The spread, you don't touch the distance as much because that just makes it move away, and that just looks pretty bad. You want the size up, but the distance kind of low too. I mean the spread. So it gives it like that cool drop shadow effect, but it's not too like overpowering. And you just want to check outer glow because it looks fine. And then you want to go to gradient overlay. It'll look bad when you do it right here. Until like, alright, so we're going to go with a color scheme. We're just going to go with purple because that's my favorite color. So we're going to go the lightest shade of purple. Well, lightest you want. The same like purple area, but you want to make it like the darkest, but you can still tell that it's purple. Right here, and then okay. You want to reverse it. Then you want to make it overlay, and you can mess with the opacity. You can mess with the opacity and make it look. Then you can add a color overlay, and you can change it. Just gives it a little accented color on the top because it doesn't really affect the top. And you can change the oh damn it. Okay. And it could help it and like just make the colors pop. Or you could change the color on general and just add accent colors. You can always change the opacity and make it look the way you want. Okay. So now that we have the text done, we can change the size. So we can just make it as big or as small as you want. You're the mastermind behind it, buddy. So it's just right there. Then we do this to the same thing, except we go on here and we copy this layer style right here and just paste it onto this gun. And you might want to tweak them a little bit because it might be like too purple for you. Like this is way too much purple, so I'm gonna go back in a gradient. I'm gonna turn down the opacity here. I'm gonna go to color overlay, turn that down even more. But you still want to be able to see it, and so that's good. So after you've done all of this, and you can add more stuff based on what you want. And you can add more stuff based on what you want, but after you've done like the basics like this, you go copy, control select all of your layers. Then you want to duplicate and then merge. Now once you've done that, you'll have a like, it doesn't look any different on top, but there's a layer that looks exactly like your thumbnail. So after you've done that, make sure you have this layer selected. Go down to filter. If you have Magic Bullet Looks installed, click on Magic Bullet Looks. Now you can mess around with all of these, but this is the main set that I use. I turn off lens distortion when I do the corner point. Usually I have it turned on for this. for like the main picture, and then I have the pop set to 100 and the size is 83. The diffusion is the default one. There's my settings for that. Distortion is -45, while the flatten is 49.9. The edge softness is blur 0.1 twat. The blur size is 1.25, while the quality is 3. The exposure is just +10. Alright, so once the magic bullet looks is done, and it looks, as you can see, it's starting to look way better since we added the pop and everything. Now this varies between if you have a logo or not, or if you even want to do this. And that's to make my corner, oh wait, it's not here. My corner right here, which a lot of YouTubers do, which it looks really clean if it blends in with this. So what you want to do is you want to click here and click right here. And just make sure that they meet up. Make sure you make a new layer so it doesn't blend in with that one. Then you want to click on this and fill white. Okay? Then you want to paste the layer style that you've gotten from all of these onto here. It won't affect the color at all, but it'll make a big difference when you go in the magic bullet looks. Now if you have a logo, like I do, you just click on it and drag it in here. Adjust the size. Paste the layer style on this. If it's not already purple, which it wasn't. Well, it was, but it was a different purple. So you want to duplicate these layers, and then you want to merge them. Just like you did for this. Then you want to go to Filter, Magic Bullet, Looks. Now for this part right here, you're going to want to turn off lens distortion because it makes it look weird, and right here. But after that, you just want to click finish because we're going to use the same exact settings we had for this one, and I'll be back when it gets finished. Alright, so we're back. You want to make sure these aren't appearing because it messes with your thing. And now you are done. Make sure this isn't above it because it just makes it go away. But yeah, that's basically the tutorial done. That's how I make your thumbnails. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like. And if you're new, subscribe. And comment what you want to see next. This is just a random video because some people were asking, so I brought it to them. And yeah, let me know if you want to know how to make anything else on my channel. I'm not the best, but I'm not shit. So, I mean, if you want to learn, I'm here. And well, it's been Arnie, and I'm out. Peace.
Yeah. Say what you want and do what you need to. I be up in the stew with a rhyme and a beat to. Making music you dream to. Rolling up and just vibe with your friends while you cruise. Road to riches, no detours. I've been up through the night trying to figure out life. Just a book with no sequel. What is wrong, what is right? Will I fall, will I fly? Will I make it to bliss?